Let's take you back to when we were all in school. It was the last day of school. We got our exam results. Now all we had to worry about was how we're going to keep ourselves entertained and stay out of our parents' hair for all of the December holidays. Of course, today usually indicating the great trek down to the coast, especially if you're up in the Gauteng area. Traffic on routes down to Cape Town expected, of course, to increase. Monique Mortlock out and about in Cape Town, just checking on the situation on what really is the first day, isn't it, Monique, of everyone who wants to come to the mother city to get on the road as early as possible. But of course it means an uptick in the cars filling up the country's roads.
Definitely, and I'm standing on the M5 today. I thought let me start with the City of Cape Town, with the City of Cape Town's traffic chief, just to find out how things are looking so far. On my way to work this morning from the northern suburbs, usually I'd be stuck in traffic for at least an hour and a half. This morning, free-flowing, was a smooth ride to work, and you can already see many people already on holiday. As you mentioned, schools closing today. Yesterday, we heard Western Cape Health Department saying that over the last month, from the 14th of November to the 14th of December, there have been about 14,000 trauma cases across the province. And of those, there have been 773 motor vehicle accidents. That's across the province. And in the City of Cape Town, we'll also expect to see an increase maybe in traffic accidents. Healthcare workers pleading with people to be cautious on the roads this festive season, because usually when festive season comes, we see absolute carnage on the roads due to alcohol-related incidents, and healthcare workers were pleading with the public not to end up in trauma centres or in emergency centres if they can avoid it, especially because they have to focus on COVID-19 cases and more serious cases, and for that reason traffic operations are so crucial just to help that healthcare system. I'm now speaking to Mr. Richard Coleman from the City of Cape Town's Traffic Department. Sir, let's start with, have we been seeing the roads leading out of the city getting busier as people are making their way to on holiday, and seeing more people from other provinces entering the city?
I think our roads coming into Cape Town is getting a bit busier, but the outgoing traffic has calmed down a bit, because we've only got the businesses that are closing maybe on Friday. And I think over the weekend we're going to get traffic that is leaving Cape Town that is going to get very busy.
And in terms of the festive season traffic readiness plan or safety plan, how has the city had to adapt to COVID-19 and the pandemic over the last, you can say we are now in the second festive season of a pandemic. How have you guys had to reorganize or restructure safety operations?
Yes, our safety operations hasn't changed much. We are still having our operation that started on Monday, which is Operation Exodus, where we concentrate on the public transport. And this is an important thing on our roads, especially this time of the year. So we do have our public transport that can then go into our testing centres at Joe Garvey, where they can have their voluntary vehicle tests done.
And lastly, sir, what would your message be to motorists out there, and especially those long-distance taxi drivers, long-distance bus drivers?
Yes, especially to our long-distance taxi drivers and bus drivers. We do ask them to be cautious on the road. And to our motorists that are leaving, going on holiday, it's rather to get there safe than not to get there at all. So we ask them, keep to the speed limits, keep your safe following distances, and then especially your safety belts, especially for the children in the car, to have their safety belts on. So we ask most of them to keep to the rules of the road and get there safe.
Thank you very much. That was Richard Coleman, City of Cape Town Traffic Chief, just chatting to us there about some of those safety tips. And this is similar to what we heard from healthcare workers yesterday, just asking people to avoid accidents and to avoid reckless driving that could land them in emergency centres.
Yeah, and it's the strangest part is, Monique, every year we hear the same thing. Nothing's changed about driving safely and obeying the speed limits, yet every year we see thousands and thousands of people getting injured and dying on our roads. But let's hope this year is different. Fingers crossed. Monique Mortlock, thank you very much to you and also your guest for joining us to take a quick